While I wait for Twitch to wake up here, turn up. Good morning and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for October the 18th, 2021, where Mom discovers that even though she did Hive Onslaught yesterday on this tune, it didn't register. I don't know. Go figure. And good morning, Ed!
Good morning, Mom. Here is Ed and his common cold.
I really haven't had a cold since this whole COVID thing started because I'm never in public. And everyone at work is never in public. So I guess that's a good thing, but I suspect when I eventually get a cold, it's going to be nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Though I wouldn't be surprised if I get one, because I went to the concert on Wednesday night, and masks were required. Proof of vaccination or negative test within the last 72 hours was required to get in the door. And everybody showed their vaccinations or their testing, and everybody wore a mask until we got into the concert and started dancing, and that was the end of wearing masks, because no one can dance and wear masks, and what's the point of going to a concert if you're not crazy and dancing?
Yeah, I've seen people when going interactive and undone their masks. That is, some wear it as a bracelet.
Yeah, I usually wear mine as a bracelet. It's still in the car, I guess.
Yeah, some also put it as a protector over the elbow.
Well, I had it on for the first band, which was on for like 45 minutes, because the music wasn't very good and I didn't care about dancing. The second group that I'd gone to see came on, and they were wonderful, and I left the mask on for the first song, and then realized, when you're doing, I've got to take off my glasses to do this, when you're doing this for an hour and a half, you can't really breathe with the mask on. And I made a couple of attempts to keep it on. Nope. And then when they got to the halfway point and they started doing things like Wolf Totem and Uve Uve Oo, and you're now not just dancing, but you're jumping up and down and screaming the lyrics and everything, yeah, no masks. And here it is, 5 days later, and no cold symptoms? No, nothing symptoms? Maybe I lucked out and didn't get a cold. Good concert, too. I'm just kicking myself because it turns out they had just been in Indiana a couple of weeks before, and I could have seen them here instead of driving all the way up to Chicago to see them.
Okay, you have seen them now, so all is good.
Yes, all is excellent. Great band. If you get a chance to see them, because they're coming to Europe next, definitely worth seeing. Probably not close to you, but who knows. But they have a concert that they did during COVID that they did in studio but broadcast it like a live concert as a fundraiser, which they're as good in person as they are in recording, so it was really interesting to know they were doing that in the meantime. So anyway, I'm not going to worry about Hive Onslaught. It's not the end of the world. I have defeat captains on the ground. I have heal health on the ground. I have plasma damage in space. And you said we're going to do something where I need to get sabotage, right?
Sabotage.
Which would be this thing
called...
right here. Hang on a second. Let me go over to the mailbox and pick that up. Thank you. I shall equip Gorny with his sabotage. And why am I putting sabotage in my repertoire?
Sounds well on armed foes in general, cause it's kind of a weapon malfunction area effect. Annihilates Dyson battlesuits and some other gives other Dysonians bad time.
Oh, isn't this the one that you can use against the skeletons?
Exactly, that was where I was going to after first distracting you with the old stuff. Yes, my idea is Gorny and Captain Cuddles seen Castle Pirates and use up them skeleton.
I'm game to try that. I had heard something about a module working against skeletons, and when I looked at it, hey, this works against non-living. So let's see, that would be skeletons, but not Davidians. What about witches? Are they considered living or non-living?
I would say living.
What about the skull?
Yes, smart thought.
No, it's
probably not living, yeah.
Probably not living. Definitely hope it's not living. I ran in here for a reason. Why did I run in here? Oh, I have no idea. Okay. Alrighty then. Well, does this mean you would like to do the new event? Or did you want to do something else first?
The something else first stuff is nothing special. It's much more entertaining to do the TFO first.
Okie dokie. Hang on a second. Heat has finally gotten to the point where it's comfortable in here. I can take off my sweater. I hate having to run the heat. Let's see, Captain Cuddles, correct?
Yeah.
All right, I have sent you an invitation.
Something else. I would first now gracefully decline the basic invitation. Make a private team.
Okie dokie. 1 second here. There we go.
And now just invite the friendly Furby.
The friendly Furby?
Yeah, Captain Cuddles.
I did. Just sent you an invitation. Did it not go?
Nothing about Task Force there it is.
Okay. Yeah, I've had that problem sometimes. I think it's my keyboard is a little sticky and a lot old. And I have a spare keyboard in the other room, so I probably should go grab that tonight.
Yeah.
But I've gotten so used to this one, you know. It's my friend. But I've used it to the extent that the space bar is pretty much invisible, and the S and the D keys are no longer readable. They're just little flashing lights. So I guess it's time to get a new keyboard. Yeah. Okay. So did you want to run this as a private then?
Yep. We can do as a team of 2.
Okay.
even as a team of one, you can
Yes,
do it.
I actually was noticing this morning that somebody was posting how to do this as an AFK, which is you go in, get yourself killed by the first round of skeletons, and don't resurrect until the end. It'll autoplay apparently, so I'm going to give that a try on those days when I can't play it in a timely fashion. So let's.
Yeah, so
see.
it's private. Yeah.
Okay.
Cat's tail.
I am starting this up. There we go. So you see how this old one is named Yenvep?
Yeah.
Okay, the reverse of Yenvep is Pevney, P-E-V-N-E-Y. And Joseph Pevney was one of the original directors of the old TOS. Oh, you know, I've never played this with lighting. I've played it on my laptop, but this is the first time it's been anything more than just this haze of gray. This is cool.
It's architecture is awesome and
Yeah, this is nice.
a likely thing.
Oops, hang on 1 second before I jump in there. Let's put... Yeah,
Yeah, you have the sabotage on the usable button. Yeah.
That's... Oh, automatically went in there. I didn't even see it. Okay, got an unusable button. I am ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we want to hit all the candles?
Lighting candles is just gives extra mark. It's of course useful when skeletons want to explore the castle.
This is the first time I can see the candles. Oh my gosh, this is so much better than doing this without any lighting. I tried doing... Oh, I died. That's not good. Did we get them all?
In this, in this walk, yes.
Okay. Wow, this is so cool. I can actually see the candles. Can you see the cats?
Oh, when a cat pops up, they are just temporarily there.
That is so cool. I hadn't seen any of this before. Why do I keep dying? I wonder if I've lost all my traits again. Give me 1 sec to look at that. Yeah, all my ground reputation traits are gone, but everything else is there. Go figure. Wow. This is so cool. I can see things.
Ah, there is a gun.
Yes, there's a corner. How do I get in there? I hear a cat.
It's just in the circle here. The circle.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, teeny tiny cat. Shall we hit the door?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't tell you how much nicer this looks. I also like it when you light the candles, it's like a switch goes on. There's that little thunk sound. Well, that worked nicely.
Yeah. And the really engineered best trick was the skeletons.
Dagnabbit.
I had to do a mud.
Yeah. Do I have mud on this one?
I will revive you when I have
Thanks. I will put on my sweater.
lean the bone.
Let me take a quick look at why everything. Crazy amount of dying.
And you can set traits in a TFO map.
Yep.
That feels new.
Not that new, but it might be new enough. Thank you for resurrecting me, by the way. I appreciate that. I think you can do it out of combat.
Ah, okay. I pull them.
Nice. Oh, that is so sweet. So I think we get all the candles. Oops. Probably shouldn't have gone in there by myself. That's not going to be a good thing. I'll switch that out for Burnhams. Shall we move on to the next room? Okie doke. I was doing this on my laptop with its lousy lighting, and somebody decided it would be really fun to do it with the motion accelerator going. Oh, it was so annoying. Couldn't see anything, kept slamming into walls. Very annoying.
Or just give the skeleton guy a sabotage.
Whoa! That's nice. I like that
Oh,
one.
a skeleton guy, yeah.
That's awesome, because that's been one of the pain in the butt parts. It's getting him dead. Let's light the candles. Did we get all the candles lit? No. There's one over here. Okay. Whoever did the music, good choice.
Talk to Livia.
I talked to Livia and I'm being back. I hear kitty kitty.
It's a candle, not a book.
So every now and then I get transformed into a cat. What is that about?
Hex do that to you. It's an attack.
So it just deactivates me for a while then.
Yeah, I usually, when I'm in cat, I hide somewhere, and when I'm back, I start placing my. Okay, these are the harmless ones.
Mm-hmm. Now, with only 2 of us, I'm curious what will happen.
Come for your little.
Okay.
Okay, we have been displaced.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you got spiders.
I got spiders.
Okay, stomp them.
Oh yeah.
I meanwhile, I see the fortune teller, I think.
Mm-hmm. You have to collect all the goodies.
The nightshade.
These were my children.
It into the cauldron. Slime it.
Now, you know the last spider here that comes out after you kill all the other ones? Is that a name that makes sense to you?
Not really.
Okay, the final spider's name is Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte. There's an American book called Charlotte's Web. And it's about a spider who befriends a pig. Wonderful story. Absolutely delightful. But she's good and lovely and all those other things, and then this is not a good and lovely and wonderful spider. And there's the key. I can see the key. That's amazing. Ooh, lighting. Lighting so awesome.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I'm right behind you, Captain.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Travelers, go back. Beware our curse. Wind shall rise and fog descend. So leave here all, or meet your end.
So I've been kitty-fied.
Sabotage the skull? Let's see how that works.
Ooh. Doesn't seem to work that well.
Yeah.
I was
I
trying.
hide someplace.
Okay. Go get the skull. Stop annoying me. I need to shoot my skull. Now I'm the cat. Well, something here counted as a captain.
maybe.
Probably a
Or
skeleton.
a skeleton guy.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but it's very distressing for me, a giant Gorn, to suddenly be a kitty cat. I have the book now.
And I too took to this, yeah, prologue.
Put the book there.
The path to the Davidians is now open to you.
Are you ready? I thought my Ghostbuster gun would have done better against the Davidians than it did.
I see you. Barnacle. What will you do?
The Lord of the Davidians lies beyond this door.
Love the sound effects.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll distract him while you go do that.
yeah. I gave him the Zeppo.
Ooh. Check this out. There it is. Okay.
Beacon. There it is. Swabble.
Very nice. That worked out really well. Yes, definitely ambush.
You did it. The Davidians have been defeated, and the transmuter is under... You did...
So let's see where we are. And leaving the map. Wow, that worked out really well. Well, Ed, you'd be so proud of me. I've been cleaning out my inventory. I've been opening up new ships, and I'm trying to dedicate each ship to being a specific energy type so that everything isn't sitting in my inventory, but it's over on a ship. But I have a dedicated phaser build, obviously. Do you think it's worth it for me to go run Stormbound 3 or 4 times to get the quantum phase set?
Unbound is
It's one of the Lucari episodes.
yeah. Usually I these days I just run it twice when a character is growing to get the nice torpedo and the phaser itself.
Oh, no,
or
that's
the console.
okay. So I ran Sunrise. Hang on a second. Let me just jump over here to the episodes here. New Frontiers.
Okay, one is weapons, one is engine stuff.
Right. So I ran
Right.
Sunrise, and I grabbed the phase torpedo and the quantum phase converter and the heavy cannons because that was a cannon build. But in the episode Stormbound, we've got the space set, which is the quantum phase deflector, impulse engines, shields, and the emitter array. Do you think it's worth it to run? I mean, it's a relatively fast one. But do you think that would be the optimum set to have for a phaser build, or is there another set that would be a better phaser build?
Yes. If you alternate settings, I usually prefer these days. I prefer a build with discovery pieces and other stuff, not just dedicated to phasers, just combining ship survival and damage in general.
Okay.
That is when I'm a grown up character.
This is a grown-up character. It's a grown-up character living on a bit of a budget, and I've been waiting or using my money to get select pieces that optimize it. So I've thrown in, for example, on a different one, something from the Terran set for the Disruptor, something from Discovery for another piece here and there. But because I didn't have a ton of weapons available, I just went back and ran that 3 times to pick up all the weapons.
Yeah. Okay. I mix it up usually. It's Tilly Shield, Tilly Warp Core, Discovery Reputation. It's a Maneuver Reputation Impulse Drive.
Mm-hmm.
And for Deflector, if I want to go punchy, I just I pick the proper Colcrit Deflector.
Okay.
From the Fleet's Colony.
Yeah.
When it's a small character that is growing, that its reputation is waiting for you, I go for the event set that comes for free.
Okay.
The Revolutionary Imperial combination stuff.
I have got that one available, so I've got that on the main ship that I've got. But I'm trying to, have a unique build for each one, if I can do it. And then I'm going to hopefully do that for each tune I'm going to keep. So that if I want to have, like in this case, I've got plasma damage. Well, I've got a plasma damage dedicated ship for that account.
Yeah. There I stick to the generalized damage boosters, and of course weapons also. For weapons I go dedicated. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So for your phaser build, Terran Reputation tier 6 with an awesome phaser you get then.
Yes, that's what I did. Except I did it on my other account, so it's on my Klingon, so I can't get the Terran phaser. Can I get the Terran phaser when I'm on a Klingon?
Yes, sure. It's reputation. Terran Reputation goes at tier 5 and below. You just get the Disruptor option, but at tier 6, phasers are open.
That's why, because she's still at tier 5. She'll be tier 6 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Perfect. Excellent.
Also for phaser build, the molecular deconstructible something unit from the
from which one?
It's a console from the exchange.
Oh.
That molecular deconstructor.
Ooh, that sounds familiar. Like one of my tunes has that someplace.
Yeah, we stole that from the Herkies.
Ooh. But my goal is get all my tunes through all the missions, get all my ships opened and leveled up, which is saying a lot because I have a lot of ships sitting in boxes. I'm trying to get them open, trying to get them leveled. Always a challenge to get everything leveled. I'll use that exchange. Die. Molecular solvent canisters. That sounds good, but...
No, it's a deconstruct.
Right.
Deconstruct is the word.
Well, that's not coming up. You said exchange, right?
Yeah, it's a console.
Not at the moment, it's not. Just means nobody's got it up for the moment.
It's there. Deconstructive resonance emitter would be translation. Console Epic Universal. Yeah, that should make it deconstruct.
Yep. Let's see there. So under Epic, oh, somebody wants only 5.8 million for it. That's not too bad. So let's see what that does. 15% kinetic, 15 phaser. Ooh, that would be nice for a phaser build, yes. Nice for a kinetic build, too.
And also nice to give the Bigos the console ability that is deteriorating their resistances.
Oh, yeah, I can pick that up.
That's an...
Fortunately, I have 5.8 million that I can spend. No worries. Is it on this tune, though? That is the question. It is on a different
Well, it's
one.
not great. You should have it in you have the money.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I have it. I just have to... Oops. Somebody gave us a follow there. Let me switch back and see who gave us a follow. Xolido. Or Cholito. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. We appreciate it. How are you doing this morning? Wow. There's another follow. Azul43. Wow, 2 follows in one morning. Thank you both very, very much. We appreciate it very much. Hope you guys are doing good this morning. As the temperature has now gone to 42 degrees. The temperature has gone down this morning, Ed.
Wow.
You're sending me all that cold from Germany and... Alright, so let's go on over here. Everybody's down here. Crowded place. Let's see. That would be my polar field. The Dakota is not named. I haven't decided that one. Let's find my phaser build. That's because my favorite build's on a different one. That's okay. That's my kinetic build. The Polaris is going to be a Polaron build. You will be my phaser build. There we go. I've set it up on my phaser build. Good. We will add that to the fun. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's see. I have to do some plasma damage in space. How would you feel about doing a little plasma with the Federation lady?
Basically, yes. Only thingy.
Or I can... Well, I can't. I don't need to do phaser on my other account, though. Maybe I do. Hang on a sec. Let's see what's going on the other account.
I stick to endeavors with my Klingon recruit, but
No worries. Let me switch to the other account and see what I got going on. Azul, thank you so much for the follow. Glad you like the game. We just happen to like the game too. Just happen. All right, let me see what this Klingon recruit needs to do today. Oh, I have plasma damage to do on this tune too, but I also have to defeat Voth on the ground and destroy Borg ships. Lots of fun stuff to do on this Klingy.
yeah.
Does she have any plasma on her? Let's see if I have a plasma loadout. Nope, I have a Polaron loadout. No worries. Where am I? I did cutting the cord this morning before I logged on to talk with you. Azul, yeah, I've been on it since it started, so I can totally appreciate that. I mean, the only time I didn't play for an extended period was when I was hiking in New Zealand, where one, we didn't have electricity, and two, we didn't have internet, so I didn't see a point in taking the computer with me. Left it down at the hotel, though, as soon as I got back from hiking.
What on ground?
Mm-hmm.
So that is something Catherine Janeway also has.
Ooh, excellent! We could go take on the Voth. I wish there was another option for Voth on the ground besides the battle zone, though. I would like to tackle them someplace else just for fun. I'm coming back. Oh, wrong place. Wrong place. I didn't mean to come here. Gosh darn it. Give me 1 second. Ooh. That. Azul is asking, what is your favorite ship? I have to think about that one. Because I have a few that I love, but they're kind of old school. If you wanted to go general, it would be the Mogai. Specific ships, though. I love the Acheros, and I love my Azteca, but they're different. I mean, I love them for different reasons. Ed, do you have a favorite ship?
Hesitatingly, yes.
Okay, well, that was a little on the vague side. Is there a specific one?
Larry Dreadnought from Winter Event.
Ooh, that's right. You play that on Mort.
The Green Cobalt
Green
on
Cobalt.
Mort. Also Catherine's whatchamacallit. And both ships, that's kind of in a nasty style, and the ships combined, yes, look bad and do grunt. And as well tanky and just hesitatingly, because each of my captain has his flagship, his personal flagship, and so
Yeah.
I have a variety of ships that look nice, do well, and the like, but that they're very when it comes to science ship, the answer would be definitely no, because there are so many awesome.
Oh.
That is Miss Moneypiggy running a Fleet Pathfinder, USS Janeway. Skin from Legendary, but not a legendary ship, does the Fleet Pathfinder and doing well and awesome. And the Vern and other temporal ships also very nice science ship.
Azul, I have a tendency to find a ship that I adore and then leave all the other ships I've gotten in their boxes and never touch them. And then, like right now, we're coming up to the end of the year, and that part of my brain that's into completion is like, finish all missions, try out all ships. So I start racing through them, and I wind up going back to the ones I really love. Mostly they're my Lobby ships that I adore. That said, I still haven't gotten my La Serena out of the box, and I've never done what I should with my jellyfish. So I've got those two that I really need to tweak out. And guess what? Every year Hallmark makes a Christmas ornament from Star Trek. They do one from Star Trek, and then they do like figures of the various characters. And so this year the ship that they did was the La Serena. And I went to the grocery store at about 7 o'clock the other morning, and the Hallmark store is open at 7 o'clock, and I'm like, what's going on? So it's their grand opening, the first day of their new ornament sale. And I walked in, and it's La Serena. So, of course, I picked that up for my Christmas tree because, you know, a Christmas tree without Star Trek ornaments is just wrong. But yeah, I've never taken that one out of the box, and I still have to figure out who deserves it. It's a great ship. Figure I'll do it with all Zotvash cannons just to have some fun. So, Ed, are you ready to tackle the Voth on the ground?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oops. Well, I guess I'm going to have to figure out Sphere of Influence. That'll do it.
Yes.
I need to shortcut it because I'm in a cooldown. Do I not have that up? I guess I don't have that up. No worries. Azul likes the temporal multi-mission science ships. Can't blame you for that. Okay, gonna take a 30-second break while the ship goes over to Dyson Sphere. I'll be right back. Cold enough I had to go grab a bathrobe to try and warm up. Alright, almost at the Dyson Sphere. And ground battle zone.
Uh-huh.
Beaming down. I only have 20 to kill, so how many do you need to kill?
I think we can have fun in the city.
Okay, off to the city it is.
Yep, running the outer circle.
Yeah, transporters aren't working. Let's see, what do we want to do? Ooh, going north. This one's going to get lost in just a moment. Might as well
Yep.
save it. But they've got one person to hold it? That's not right. There we go. We are secure. Do you want to go up and hit the artillery, or are you going in a different direction?
Yeah, just clockwise.
Okie dokie. Good morning, Mr. Dave. How are you? I'll go left if you want to go right. Yeah. Me too, Mr. Dave. But I had a sick day about 2 weeks ago and then had to take 2 days off to deal with husband. So much as today would have been very nice to just stay in home and wrap up in bed, that didn't happen. We good here?
I think we are fine.
Okay. There we go. Doing the last generator.
Thanks to Bridge Officer. Plump.
Let's see. Okay, clockwise it is. Oops, there we go. Yeah, Mr. Dave, I will tell you that I got home and my husband's kind of bugging me to quit my work and just move back home and retire. And I'll tell you, it's tempting some days. Ah, that's where we're at. I only have 3 to go. That would be awesome. I would do that very happily, Mr. Dave. But I still want to meet Ed. And in order to meet Ed, I have to have enough money to go take the occasional vacation. And I have to meet Pi as well, which means I need to have a slightly longer vacation. And while we can afford, technically, for me to retire, it would be a little tight. But my lease is up in July, so maybe I'll make that decision at that time. Oh, I got my 20, so I will take care of turrets and stuff, and you can kill Voth.
Same here. It's
Okay.
Also we have the Arnie mission to
Okay, we got that one done. Alright, do we want to keep doing these, or do we want to do something else for our last one of the day? Last one of
we
the
can
morning.
complete this just one last one.
Let's do one last one. Let's head south.
Yeah.
I'm right behind you. And there's somebody standing there, so I guess that's all taken care of.
Yeah.
Those poor Voth. They beam down and then they just explode and die.
I think that's their task.
Yeah, but I feel bad for them. Don't think I got enough to... Oh, I do. Let's see. Yeah, you want to go down and do the south one, or go back and fix the first one, which is falling again. I'm gonna
Go back, fix the first one, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, they're gonna have to redo it.
I think in 4 minutes the dinos will probably not appear, cause the outskirts is...
We're at 75%, but that would make everybody have to get their act together, which doesn't always happen. Oops, wrong one. Next one, Mom. There we go. Oh, first one completely fell. Didn't get back there fast enough. We'll see if I can fix it in 3 minutes. I will do that. No, it's not
it's
too
a
bad.
lorry, so more or less...
Shooting this guy in the back and he's not dying. Go get him. Go get him, Targy boy. Ed, did I ever show you the vests that we made for the Vegas convention?
Those flaming
Yes,
targs
our
of
flaming
breath.
targ. Okay, I wasn't sure if I'd shown them to you or not. But watching all these flaming targs here, stand around here, it's always nice. I wore it actually to the concert because I figured it was going to be cold in Chicago, which, by the way, it was cold in Chicago. The concert venue is in Lincoln Park, which is right on the lake. And it is a big lake, and it gets really cold. Alright, the device is moving. Yeah, exactly. Let's put some reinforcements here. Oh, I don't have any reinforcements left. Okay. Well. Nope, 3 credits doesn't count for anything. Well, I think that's where I'm going to have to end it for today, or at least for this morning, Ed. As I do have to go to work and write stuff today. Plus it's Monday, which is payroll day. Yay, payroll. So
Yeah, but we complete our battle nodes, and so we,
and had a little
That's-
fun there.
yeah, and not leaving stuff behind that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to beam up so I don't come down to a dead tune again. And on behalf of Mom and Ed in the morning, I want to say thanks to everybody who joined us. And thank you, Azul, for the new follow. And thank you for Xolido for your new follow. We appreciate them both very much. Let's see if there's anybody we can go raid at this hour of the morning. Let's go up there. You, darn you, I want to see you. Okay. Who is out there that we can go raid? Ooh, Alt Lexington's on. Let's go raid Alt Lexington, everybody. If you haven't given him a follow, please give him a follow. Support your fellow Star Trek Online players. So everyone, have a great day. Ed and I will be back in the morning. I'm not going anywhere for a couple of weeks, so shouldn't be any interruptions like last week. And we will be back tonight at 7 o'clock with Mom and DT. So, Ed, you got to say your words because, I mean, it's not a show if you don't say your words.
Sure. So have a great start of the week and stay awesome.
All right, 10 seconds and we will be rating everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, raid.